Hello, guys. This is Paul McMillan II. Welcome to another front testing session on BTC and it is Monday evening at 7:48 p.m. on September 29, 2025. Let's check to see if we'll have any news here. No news for the USD, so we should be fine. Anyway, we're good to go. All right, so let's get started. So usually when we are on the daily time frame, we look at the most recent candle. We can see, and we ask ourselves, what direction did the candle close? So when we turn on our ICT kill zone here, you see that this candle opened from this low and closed at this high. So it closed bullish. So what we're trying to figure out is what is going to be the overall move on the market based off of the 3-bar pattern, which is accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. So since this candle closed bullish, it's understandable to think that we're going to see some manipulation of the bears and then distribution of the bulls at this point. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the 4-hour time frame, and we are going to mark up buy side and sell side liquidity, and as well as mark up the most recent fair value gap. Okay. So we see that there's buy side liquidity up here. And then we have sell side liquidity right down here. The deposits traded from this range to this range here. And this is on the sell side. Now, this is the most recent fair value gap here. Let's turn on our price actions indicator to confirm if this is the most recent fair value gap. And it is. So we're going to go ahead and mark this area. So now we got this marked up. So now our next step is to actually watch how price action reacts to this 50% level on either the 1-hour time frame or the 15-minute time frame. Now, what we want to look for as well is we want to look at the 1-hour time frame to see if it's influenced with the 4-hour time frame. So we can see that price is pushing bullish just like on the 4-hour time frame. So we see that. Now, like we talked about before, we're looking for, based on the daily close, we are looking for manipulation of the bears and distribution of the bulls. And that's what we're looking for. So now, we want to go to the 1-hour time frame. We turn on the price actions indicator. We see that price has rejected this most recent fair value gap here. Now, we are overall bearish at this point, so we have to keep that in mind. So if we want to really get in on a bullish trade, we will need to see price fully manipulate this area or this fair value gap in order to convince us that price is still trying to go bearish. We have liquidity down here. So I would think that price would want to come down and get this liquidity and raid this area before doing that further. I'm not going to trade this because it's near the high. If we reverse it, we can. So that's what we want to really look for at this here. You see that price broke the structure, which lets us know that this is a continuation of the bulls. And we had an order block here. So we're going to want to see some pullback into this fair value gap and this fair value gap. Or really erase this liquidity before facility price coming back up. So we'll see if price does that. I'm going to call this supported, and then we'll see if we actually get that. So it may take some time, but we will wait. So I will be like that.
Here's a quick tutorial on the Trade Locker app. Okay, up top, to find your pairs, you want to click the symbol. You want to change your time frames. You have your lot size right here, proper lot size there. First, at the bottom right, you have your take profit. Bottom left for the buy, and the same thing for the sell. So we'll go over for the sell. Profit under take profit for what we give you. Okay, this is under the trades tab at the top. This is where you're gonna find your open positions. So that's pretty much it, guys. It's self-explanatory. This is almost similar to TradingView. If you Forex is now on one, whatever prop firm you want, as long as you can trade indices. So um,
Well, I'm just trying to work on our trading strategy. BTC USB. And just waiting for a positive signal. I worked 9 hours today. I pretty much just woke up about an hour ago. How was your day?
My name's Di, I made all day, like, this is all my house, we love.
Okay, I'm doing now.
Okay, cycle is finally off, that's why I had to buy it. But, yeah, I'm off now, and,
Oh, work out.
I'm off for that.
Give me 1 second. No, I mean, I'm sorry, hold on for a minute. Okay. No, I mean, so about like work yesterday, but you worked yesterday, right? No, you got yesterday? Okay. Okay, you got yesterday. Okay.
What's time? It's,
Okay.
I will pick tomorrow.
Right. Okay. Um. Yeah, radio.
Hold on. Make sure it's not to cook out on me, so it's 6, 7. Were you about to say something?
You know, and make that all just looking at this. But no, I read the voice message, so, you know. But yeah, I apologize about the whole claim.
Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I was in the bathroom. And you gonna say something?
And you pretty much saying, you know, I just apologize about the whole situation.
How long? I will call because I want to say that, we still there, I still be feeling that. I still was feeling like that, I didn't want to do that, I didn't.
No, I didn't know.
But, I still was feeling like that, I-
Yeah, you're probably in the bad area because you are going in and out. Yeah. Yeah, say that last part because you said something and then went out.
I feel like that.
Okay.
I don't know if you're
Honestly, no, I didn't get that vibe at all. I didn't get that vibe at all. No. I understood, um. You know,
So what? Told you I was gonna get up.
well, hold on. So just listen. Um, you know what? Do you think maybe at the party later tonight or maybe tomorrow evening? Like, I know I'm looking towards time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really trying to get this same stuff. Yeah, sorry. Okay,
No, you're fine.
okay,
That's all.
all right. You know, something told me that was it. I don't know why I thought it was bad again. Of Kobe Ray, of Kobe Ray just said, you know what I'm saying? That's that I'm not touching. Then I get up. That really the Kobe brand new more than go up. They're going to really just say it for sure. Just the next week's a good value that one. I'm about to stop the recording. It's just crazy. Now, there is something to keep in mind. We have the liquidity rate here because we have liquidity up here. So if a fair value gap forms and it invalidates this fair value gap, they may be ready to bring it down to this level and maybe wipe out this low or this low and then maybe bring it back up. Or they might be ready to bring it all the way down to this level here. And let's see what Btc decides to do. So I'll be right back. It looks like this fair value gap is invalidating this fair value gap. So what I would like to see is that price validates this one. Actually, if you give that fair value gap close, then I'm gonna write it down, maybe down to here. That's what I'm thinking, maybe doing that shot, but we'll see. Let the wait and see. Put it on less than 7 minutes for that. So I'll be right back. Because remember, you're gonna have a short manipulation of the bears. So you never know, it might go, because maybe we're overall bullish. So the bears might manipulate maybe down to this liquidity here, or maybe down to here and then go up. Or we'll see. So, or it could manipulate this sort of block here, this area here, and wipe out this low here, and then go back up. So we'll have to see as time goes on. I'll be right back. Okay, we close with some strength, so I'm gonna do a short scalp, short set. Get onto this order block here, I'm gonna put a stop loss set here. And then we'll see if we can get ourselves a nice quick scalp. But let me put the trade now. From 6 to 85. And the 25 seconds. Actually, Let's see, when we talk about manipulation of the doors, and we have a manipulation with here. But actually, I would wait for the fair value gap to close here, then I'll probably take it up since it's respecting the fair value gap here. As we just looking at it. So let me just wait for the next candle. I'll be like that. All right, so we got a minute left. So again, we have manipulation of the bears here with this wick. Now we got a fair value gap. We got to see if we get some strength closed because they manipulated this liquidity here. And then they also respected this fair value gap. They might be ready to distribute more bulls and more favor. So we'll just give it a shot and see what happens here. So we have a little bit over 20 seconds. Ten seconds out. All right, we close with some strength. Let's see if we can get a little something, something. Did I accidentally put in 4? Oh, yeah, I did put in 4. Yeah. Yep. Yep, 4 units. So we'll see if we get a winner here. We'll get into some profit. And once we get into some profit and we start making progress and the price starts to push up, then we'll see what happens here. I'll be like that. But now we're starting to get into some good profit. So remember what I talked about before? Manipulation of the bears. We got that here with our rejection wick. Let me post this real quick. So we got our liquidity wick here, wiped out this low. Rejection candle with a fair value gap, and then we had a fair value gap close here. And that's the reason why we're actually in profit right now. We are probably going to hit our TP. Look at that. Let's see, snap our TP. We're up and down limits. It doesn't hit the T. If price goes up, it doesn't hit the TP, then I'm going to close it because we pretty much hit it. One time to hit the TP, if it doesn't, I'm closing it. Probably getting liquidity up there. So we pretty much came close to hitting our TP, so we're just going to close at over $700, $600 profit. Well, we'll close the position. So we actually made $599 on this account. This is my paper trading account. So we actually did good. So what I'm gonna do is share the results with my team, and then uh, we will close this session. I'll be right back. All right, guys, so as we talked about before, we have the mitigation of the book bears and distribution of the bulls on this fair value gap close. And they're pretty much at TP. So that's good. We did good on this session, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this session, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.